G'day legends, I hope you're all amazing. On today's video, we are checking out the Salvation Audio SHIVER module. I have this loaded into a Synergy Syn 2. I'm using a Synergy power amp into my Fractal X-Load and my free cab IR. At the moment, I've got my PRS DGT. We're gonna hear this module in just a second, but before I begin, I have to say a massive thank you to the one and only Michael Toren for sending me this module. I got a message from Michael just before Christmas saying, hey, you're more a Friedman person or you're more a Bogner person? And I said, well, I like the Friedman thing, but I feel like I've got plenty of modded Marshalls in my lineup. And he said, cool, keep your eyes open. Not only did Michael send me this module, but he sent me some amazing cookies as well, which just speaks to the character of the man. Michael's got an excellent YouTube channel, and if you're into vintage rat gear, he is an absolute legend. We featured him on the Gear podcast. So again, send Michael Toren some love in the comments section below. But this module is a modified module. So you can either take an existing Synergy module or one of the older Egnator or Randall modules and send it to Salvation Audio as a donor module so they can do these mods, and it works for most modules. They have a list on their website for the ones which it won't work on, or you can purchase these modules already pre-modded. So this one's based on the Bogner SHIVER. There's a few little switches on here. There's a two-way bright switch down at the bottom, and then you've got kind of more or less gain control, and then a facelift control. I think we all know what that one is going to do. For now, let's hear it on the bridge pickup, which has its coils split at the moment. I'll let you hear the effect of the bright cap with the gain quite low. Then we'll wind it up and I'll play around with the switches and pull some sounds. Let's go. is absolutely right in my wheelhouse. I like how much articulation you have with all that gain on the low drop D power chords, but I like that single notes still have plenty of body, and with the split single coil modes on there, you get some really kind of nice, I'm not going to say edge of breakup, like let's say beyond edge of breakup tones on there, crunch tones on there with single coils, especially that neck tapped coil on there I really, really like. And the facelift switch is doing the thing. I want to lean into that. I actually kind of like with the facelift switch in the down position having this like more or less gain switch up and then turning the gain switch either up or down on there. And again, because it's interacting with the bright cap, you can kind of shape that pre-EQ on there. So I'll let you hear it with more gain on the actual gain knob, but then this switch up, and then I'll turn the gain control down and flick this switch down. I'm on the facelift mode. I'm just gonna go nuts in drop C. Now let's turn the mid-range down a bit and add a little bit more bass and treble on there. This is a lot of fun. We heard it with a few different guitars with different tunings, as well as with an SD one to just tickle the front end a little bit harder. And it was interesting hearing it side by side with the blue and red modes on the Bogner Uberschall Synergy module. That Uberschall Synergy module is probably my favorite high gain module in the whole Synergy setup, but there are a lot of similarities. I mean, as you would expect for a kind of Bogner circuit, and I know the Uberschall and the SHIVER amps are different beasts, but you know, they're all kind of built off the same modded Marshall platform in one way or another, so I'm not too surprised I can get them to sound similar. The red mode on the Uberschall leans more towards that kind of recto chugga chugga thing on there, whereas the blue mode and this SHIVER module as well, like they're just undeniably Marshall based in there. You know, even pulling a lot of that mid-range out, you've still got that kind of body and punch in there. And with that facelift switch, it's really, really hard to not play it without that in the down position. I love the way that sounds. And I imagine, you know, if you had the riffs together and you had the kind of era appropriate guitar, and I'm not sure what they use for a speaker cabinet on that album. I have seen various things, but a lot of people seem to suspect that it's an EV12L, both front and back mic'd. You have that kind of thing going on there, I reckon you could get really close to that iconic sound on there. And hearing the isolated guitars for Facelift and stuff like We Die Young, it's super scooped and super aggressive on there, and there's that just wall of sound tones. So, you know, this doesn't sound exactly like that, but I can definitely hear the inspiration and the flavor in there. This is a really cool module. I'm pretty impressed. I haven't tried any of the Salvation modules until now. I'm kind of keen to check a few more of them out. I know they make like a Cameron CCV module, which I know I would really like, and I'd really like to try their AC30 module as well. So if you've tried any of the Salvation stuff, let me know in the comment section below, and like, what would you like to see them or Synergy add to this lineup, because it is so much fun to be able to swap modules in and out to a preamp setup. I'm glad we're still living in an age where new rack preamp stuff is coming out. Let me know your thoughts, and again, send Michael Toren some love. Michael, I'm blown away by your generosity, mate. This thing sounds awesome, and I'm going to be making a bunch of noise with it. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching this much, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.